What's up, everybody? So I'm really uncomfortable. What's up, everybody? So today is Monday, aka must-have Monday, where I teach you things that you must have in life to be successful. Speaking of successful, I love this segue. I love what I did there. What is success? That is something that I have been thinking a lot about lately, and when I think about things and want to share them, I post them on this thing called the YouTube, which you're watching me on right now. You must know what success means to you. The reason I talk about this is because the main thing my life revolves around is being successful. I mean, I'm on YouTube and I use it as a platform to start my career because ever since I was little, I knew that one day I wanted to be on TV or be in a movie or somehow be entertaining people everywhere. In order to do that, I have to be successful and I have to work hard at it to set myself apart from everyone else and get opportunities and be the best I can be. So when I moved to LA and I wasn't in school anymore, basically my whole world changed and it now revolves around one thing, and that is my own success. Right when I moved here, I thought, okay, well maybe once I get like my management and my agent and everything figured out, then I'm not gonna have to try as hard anymore because they're just gonna take it from there and I'm not gonna control my life really anymore. They're gonna just bring me to success. I also thought, well, in order to be successful, I need to have this amount of subscribers, I need to have this, I need to have this resume. And I started becoming really unhappy again, which wasn't the reason I moved to LA at all. I think it's really hard, especially not being in school and being on YouTube, which is such a new thing that not many people understand how it could be kind of a form of an income or kind of a career platform or really be anything besides a stupid thing on the internet. So since I'm not in school and I don't have a GPA that reflects my hard work or kind of a name of a college that reflects my ability to learn, it kind of is hard for people to see me as successful, which made me work really hard to kind of set myself apart and accomplish great things so that I could be seen as a successful person. Doing this, however, isn't as easy as it might seem as just uploading a video. I mean, first of all, being a YouTuber is a full-time job in itself, which many people don't realize. And then I think I was at a point where I was working so much that I didn't even sleep, and like that's not even an over-exaggeration. Then I kind of listened to a bunch of different podcasts and read a bunch of different books about being successful and kind of making sure you're living your life the right way. And my secret to being successful is knowing what success means to you. And what I've learned about what success means to me is it doesn't mean anything. And that's probably the most important thing I've taught myself in the past year, because success is this made-up thing defined by other people. People feel successful when other people kind of like shower them with all this validation and credibility for what they're doing. You could do something so small in life that makes you so happy, and it could be the biggest success of your day or your year, and just because it's not this cool big thing that people praise you for doesn't mean it's not a success of your own. Being successful isn't having a traditional job that everyone knows is good and that you will get validated for and that people will consider you successful. Just because people might not understand what makes you happy doesn't mean you're not doing things correctly. People used to always say, what is one thing you want? And I would always say to be successful. Now when people say, what is one thing you want? All I say is to be happy, because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing to me. I could be working all the time and doing all this stuff and be miserable, but then people will be seeing what I'm doing and think it's the coolest thing ever and think that what I'm doing is great, and it just, if it's not genuine and it doesn't make me feel good, I don't think that's me being successful. I think that's me kind of not living my life for me and for other people. Your happiness, it needs to come before anything, and that's that. I think sometimes our biggest enemies can be ourselves. I know that I am. I'm really hard on myself. I don't give myself enough credit, and nothing is ever enough for myself. I could do the coolest thing in the world and get so much praise for it and just already be on to the next thing and working harder, which is great for my work ethic, but it's not great for my happiness when all I'm doing is on to the next thing and on to the next thing. Because if you start focusing on your end goal of success, your entire journey becomes just a miserable series of events leading up to something that's not even going to feel good once you get there, when this whole time you could have been living this extraordinary life for yourself and be doing things that make you happy, and that's like the most successful thing you could ever do. There are so many people that are so rich and wealthy and have these titles and are alone and miserable. I would rather be so happy and have an amazing life than have a certain amount of subscribers or have a certain resume or a certain GPA. This doesn't mean that you need to drop out of school and do something creative to live a good life at all. There's so many people that think you need to not go to school and that school is wrong, and I think that I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't go to school. I don't think I could have moved out to Los Angeles without going to a year of college. I think that I was just ready to take a risk and to take the next step, and everyone's unique, everyone's one in a million. My journey and my life choices are mine and they're only mine. Everyone's journey is so unique and different. There's no set way to get anywhere, and that's what I finally realized. I realized it wasn't, oh, you hit this amount of subscribers and this happens. Oh, you get this opportunity and this happens. Everyone gets to where they need to be in life so differently, and that's what makes life so special, is your entire journey and how you live and how you get to where you end up. Me abandoning my lifestyle back home and breaking the norm and doing something that really no one else from where I'm from was doing and moving here is such a stressful thing and such a big risk that would keep me up almost every single night. And I finally stopped and like made myself take a reality check. All you can control is right now. I can't control what happened yesterday, and I can't control what happens tomorrow. All I can control is what happens right now. So why stress about stuff that hasn't happened yet? And why stress about stuff that has already happened and no longer exists? Everything you stress about doesn't exist yet. All that exists is how you're living right now. If you want to be successful, why not try living in the present and doing what makes you happy? And if you keep doing things that make you happy and more happy and happy and happy, all of a sudden you're gonna get to this place in your life where everything feels right and everything feels like this is how it's meant to be, and you will feel like the most successful person you know. You need to be dedicated to your journey and living it to the fullest, because all you have is this moment, and if you waste it on stress or negative energy, how is that going to take you to the next level? How is that going to further your journey? You don't have to know what you want to be. You don't have to know what you're going to be doing in 5 years. You need to know what benefits you right now, what makes you happy right now, and what's realistic for you right now. Like I said, I'm not saying just drop everything and go to the beach every day because that makes you happy. But you need to know that, yeah, going to the beach is one of the things that make you happy. You need to know that when you have that moment where you're not feeling okay or where you're too worked up or stressed out, you need to go to the beach and you need to take a minute and you need to reevaluate your life and give yourself a reality check so you can go into your workplace or whatever you do with a positive mind and then move your life forward. Life is constantly changing. You could stress out so much about something you think is going to happen in the future and then it not even end up happening, and you just wasted so much of your life stressing out about something that never ended up happening. I finally stopped comparing myself to other people, thinking I needed to be doing certain things in order to get to a certain level. I think that a lot of you have even noticed that on your own, which is great because that means that you're noticing and your mind sees what's happening, so your mind's capable of doing it as well. Why I make these types of videos is because I've learned so much about myself, and I think unlike some people, I value so much about life and my inner self as opposed to just getting things checked off a list. You need to live your life for you so that you can be successful, because success really is kind of a made-up word that society has ingrained in us that doesn't really have a definition. I mean, yeah, it technically has a definition, but me having 10,000 subscribers my senior year was me being the most successful person in the world when there were people with 1 million subscribers. So what is success really then? Am I not successful just because I'm not the president of the United States and the most powerful person? No. You can figure out what success means to you once you stop comparing yourself to other people and figure out what makes you happy. I want to live my dream and accomplish all of my goals, but I don't want to ruin my life doing it. At the end of the day, it's your mental health, and people don't understand that your mental health is just as important as your physical health too. I hope this made sense, because I know a lot of you that watch my videos are younger and some of you aren't, but I feel like when you're in high school and there's so much pressure about school and college and stuff, and people don't realize that it's not the end of the world and it's only just one small part of your journey that you might not even remember or might lead to something greater. Just because you don't get into the college of your dreams doesn't mean you can't get into another college. Enjoy it, work really hard, and get to the next step and get to that college you wanted to go and transfer. Nothing is permanent. Everything in your life you can pretty much control. And whatever you can't control, you can control how you react and you can control how you deal with it. And that's about it. You can't control anyone else but yourself. If anyone asks you about success or how to be successful or if you're gonna be successful when you grow up, you are. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know whenever I meet subscribers in real life, they always really like my more personal videos. And this is something that I feel really passionate about, and this is my channel, and this is where I kind of express myself, and that is something that I want to express to you guys, and I hope maybe it helped you. So let me know in the comments below what makes you happy and things that you do to make yourself happy, and also leave requests or questions you have about this video or requests for more personal topics and life topics and stuff like this, because even though I'm an idiot most of the time and crazy and hyper and psychotic, I have a lot of inner peace. I'm very all over the place on different levels. Make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye!